I teach AP Government and Politics, and today we're in the middle of a study about the judicial branch and the Supreme Court. And this past summer I was able to attend the Street Law Supreme Court Teacher Workshop, and we actually performed this simulation with Florida versus Jardines, and was encouraged to bring it back to the classroom to have the kids simulate it as well to get a real first-hand experience of how the Supreme Court works. We broke up the class into the petitioners, which was Florida, and the respondent, who was Jardines. And then we had the justices, so we have our 9 justices, and we gave them the background to the case. We gave them the different constitutional implications, some of the earlier landmark decision cases which influenced this case as well. And kids came up with their arguments for Florida and for Jardines, and the justices were preparing by having questions to ask both parties. And as you can see, they were very aggressive in their questioning as well. I think the kids were very prepared, and it's a great learning experience. They can take something from a book that they read about and they hear about on TV, and actually to be able to act it out and do it pretty close to the real thing was a very good learning experience.
We did a mock Supreme Court case today. We practiced for 2 days, kind of learning the case, learning about the 4th Amendment, and we've been learning about the Supreme Court and how it kind of works and all of that. So then today we put it to the test to see what side came out first. I was the Chief Justice, so we had questions for both sides, and then after listening we determined what we thought.
I wanted to join the defense team because I felt pretty adamantly about this case and its outcome, and I didn't look into what the actual outcome was because I wanted to figure it out for myself, and yeah, I had a great time. Yeah, I love doing stuff like this because I'm really opinionated in everything I do, so I like getting up there and arguing.
I was playing the attorney for the Florida side, so I was trying to defend the police's use of a canine. And it was pretty humbling standing in front of like 9 justices. Even though they're not real justices, it's just like 9 people dressed in black just hammering you with questions. It was a lot of fun. I plan on going into law enforcement when I get a bit older, so this is kind of a really cool way I could learn about how the system works.
I was asking lots of questions and interrupting people a lot, and I really hope no one took it personally, but it was kind of fun just to get to do that. It definitely makes you a more informed citizen when you watch the news and you can understand what they're talking about, or when you go to vote and you actually know who you're voting for and not just filling in bubbles. Yeah, I felt like everyone did a really, really good job, and I mean, I was kind of nitpicking at the lawyers with my questions, not letting them finish any sentences, and they handled that very well, all things considered, and I was very impressed with that.
They take this experience, and now when they hear about a Supreme Court case, they hear about it on the TV, they know what it's like. They've been there before. They're asking me just after we're done with this, should I go to school for political science? Should I go to school to be a lawyer? Should I, now they're questioning what they really want to do, so obviously it had some impact on their decision making.